Hello class 12 students. Now I'm going to start your last chapter of July month, that is chapter number 12, and the name is network topologies and types of networks also, and we will include here networking security concepts also in this chapter here. So let's start here. The first term which arise here, what do you mean by network? So network is what? Network is just a system in which we have to connect two or more than two pieces together for communication and transferring files from one PC to another to share the information, share the resources. It can be wired or wireless. Using wires we can also connect, or using wireless technology also we can connect all these pieces together. So this is known as network. Now the next term comes here. What do you mean by network topology? Topology is a way or a systematic arrangement in which we have to connect our pieces, and this time pieces are known as workstations or nodes. So simply workstations or nodes are just the computer systems which are connected in a network is known as workstation, or simply known as nodes, because we are using here node term so again and again, so don't be confused. It is a term which is used for the PCs also which are connected in a computer network system. Now here the first thing, some factors are here that affect choice of topology. So we are having here lots of topologies. So which topology is better and which topology we have to use, it depends on some factors over there we are discussing. Now the first one is cost. Cost is very important factor, because of cost depends on how much budget you are having. So cost of setting up an infrastructure, it will take cable length, distance between the nodes, and location of the server, etc. So it is most important factor and first important factor to install any topology for the networking. Now the next one is flexibility. Flexibility, that means topology of a network should be flexible enough. That means if any PC or any workstation or node is affected or is damaged in our topology, it can be easily removable and we have to just fix another one instead of that one. So we can reallocate or we can use another resource instead of that particular resource over there. It is known as flexibility. Now the next one is reliability. Reliability depends on minimum downtime. That means network should be designed in such a way it has to consume minimum time. Failure of one node or segment of cabling should not render the whole system. That means if any one system is affected or any node is corrupted or damaged, so it can't be so like as it affects another systems or another nodes which are connected in a topology over there. Now the next one is scalability. Scalability, that means we can reduce or we can increase also number of systems in a topology. Next is easy of installation. That means if we opt any topology or any system in which we are connected our pieces together, it has to be simple or it has to be easy to operate it. Now the next one is easy to maintenance. It's foremost and most important factor that if we are setting up anything, so its maintenance must be easy and must be operatable, so that we can easily fix all these kinds of problems which are occurring in our system. So these are some points which tells us which topology is better for us according to our need and which topology we have to use it. Now there are some kinds of topologies we are discussing now. First one is bus topology. You can see here the diagram also. In the bus topology, it is very simple topology. First of all, it has a linear transmission cable which is known as backbone. This cable is known as backbone. This is the main cable through which all these resources, all these systems are connected together. So we can use here coaxial cables also to connect these workstations attached with this cable here. Server is at one point. There are two endpoints, or we can say two terminators are here. At one terminator there is server at the one end of the bus. So when a workstation has to send data, it transmits the packets with the destination address in its header along the bus. That means if any node want to send any data from source to destination, that means from one PC to another PC, it has a destination address also in its header part, so that it can be reached in accurate or correct destination over there. So here data can travel in both the direction along the bus. When the destination terminal sees the data, it copies in the local disk. Now here are some kinds of advantages and disadvantages of this topology. So let's see. First advantage, that is easy to install and maintain, that because of very simple topology is there. Now the next one is it can be easily extended. If we want to add more resource, more nodes in that particular cable, so we can enhance the cable length and then we can connect it very easily. Very reliable because of single transmission line. We have a single backbone, single main cable here, so it is very simple and it is very reliable to send our data. Now the disadvantages, what will occur here. First one is troubleshooting is difficult as there is no signal point of control. As we know, we are just transferring our data from one PC to another with using a single cable. So there are some kinds of problems occurring when we transfer our data. So troubleshooting is difficult. Now the next one is one faulty node can bring the whole network down because all the systems are connected with a single cable over there. So here is a problem of if we have cable line corrupted over there, so all the system will go down. Now the next one is dumb terminals cannot be connected to the bus because all these packets, all this data are transferring from a single cable over there. So if we have one system which is connected to the cable is corrupted, so it will stop all this data over there. It can't pass across from that particular corrupted system to the next one. So there are some disadvantages of this topology. Now the next topology we will discuss in our next video.